Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 3 advanced techniques that you can use right away in your projects to give your kick more presence and punch. Here we go. So here's a short multi-track recording of a drum loop. It already sounds kind of decent. We're going to focus on the kick itself. And the kick itself has already been compressed, envelope shaped, and EQ'd. I want you to hear it with and without these effects. This is without the compressor, envelope shape, and frequency EQ. Here is it with the insert effects. So a bit more punchy, more focused. So you've done that. What now? What if I need extra punch? So I want to talk about 3 techniques. One of them being the famous sine, wave, and gate trick. And the way I go about it is opening up, let's say, an audio track, and let's call it sine. And I'm going to put here a test generator. Let me lower the volume so you won't get your ears pierced. I'm going to use Cubase test generator, and I'm going to put it on, let's see, what was the main frequency of our kick. We can see that the main energy, focus, and body is localized around 60 Hertz. So I will choose 60 Hertz. And now I've got this running in the background. Pure sine wave energy. One of the greatest benefits of a sine wave is just, it's pure. You can put it whenever you want and really get a specific frequency boost. And since this is the body frequency of our kick, I chose 60. Now what we're going to do is gate it and sidechain it. So right now, if I open up the volume, you can see that it doesn't play. And what we're going to do is send the kick into the gate that opens up the sine wave. And the more I push it into the gate, the more it opens up. Oh, here it is. Pure sine wave. I just want you to hear it more clearly. So for a moment, I'm going to change the frequency to, let's say, 200. Now it's evident. Now I'll put it on 60 again, and without, and I just dial in the amount of energy I want to add. This is really nice and thick. Without. Let's make it longer. Almost like an 808. Now I'll take it down. Now it's very short burst of energy. So a lot of control here, and you can do all sorts of manipulations on this. Here's what happens when I put a white noise, which could be useful for thickening up a snare. Of course, you can, select 200 Hertz, which is usually a snare center frequency, and add white noise. And of course, EQ to taste. So that was the first technique. The second one I want to talk about is more easy to apply, and it's using Wave's RBass. Now, I don't know of a lot of plugins that does what this plugin does. It's more just than adding a sine wave. It's adding the harmonics of that sine wave, the second and third order harmonics, and it creates a psychoacoustic effect, which makes you feel like you're hearing the bass frequency, even if it's not there on small speakers or small headphones. So let's give it a spin. 60 Hertz. Let's push it. Definitely a lot of energy. Without. With. So a very simple, almost primitive effect, but essential to kick mixing. And even though you don't have too many parameters here, you can basically dial in what you need. Now, the next technique I want to talk about is drum layering or triggering. The simplest way to do it is with a plugin. You basically put the plugin on your chain and throw in a sample and let it trigger that sample for each and every kick. So right now it's empty, and I just want to say Snapback does so much more than this. This is one of the best plugins I've ever seen for drum processing. Maybe I'll do another video about it in the future. Let me know in the comments if you're interested, because this one is a killer. But I'm just going to use it as a drum trigger now. Let's go to my media favorites. Let's take a kick from Splice or something. Why not? And just drag it in here. And voila, you got your kick layered. Let's push it high so you can hear it. Maybe we'll take something more low end. And you can control the attack, the decay, even the pitch. And it's so comfortable having it all wrapped within a single plugin. Let's try something else. Maybe even try a clap. Pitch it down, maybe shorten it. Maybe give it a longer attack. This is almost like an impact. Possibilities are endless with this. It also adds the pre-attack snapback, which is, I think, an amazing feature I haven't seen anywhere. You see that tiny bit in the beginning, which gives it so much more definition to the transient part. But I won't go into it now, but do check this plugin, it's amazing. Another way you can trigger or layer drums, which gives you another set of interesting controls, but it also goes to the third category of drum triggering, is converting your audio to MIDI and just dropping it on a visual instrument or something. So let's try that. I will go into the hit point and edit the hit point so I only focus on the kicks. Yeah, it seems that I got the kicks right, and create MIDI notes out of it. I don't want the dynamics, just fix velocity, please. And there you have it. And just open up your favorite drum sampler. I will use Groove Agent for this purpose. And let's take, I don't know, just the standard drum kit. Yeah, let's say I want to layer it with this electronic bass drum. Let me drag it here. There you have it. Also, it's important to make sure, of course, that if you layer it with another sample, that you check the phase to see that they don't cancel out. Let's see. I don't hear any noticeable difference in this case. So there you have it. 3 different techniques to thicken up your kick. You can do it either with a gate and a sine wave, or something like the Waves RBass that adds harmonics to your bass frequency. Or you can use triggering or drum layering to add extra punch. So that's it for this video. If you find it useful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.